Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, in this session we are going to discuss remaining atomic properties. Already in my previous class I explained very clearly atomic radius. Now you know three different type of atomic radius are there. Number one, metallic radius. Number two, covalent radius. Number three, van der Waals radius. Already atomic radius of metallic radius already completed in my previous class. Now see here, the second one is the covalent radius. My dear students, another important point, if you calculated atomic radius in any metal, you should follow the metallic radius. And if you calculated any one of the atomic radius in non-metals, so covalent radius is, you will follow the covalent radius. So through the covalent radius, it can easily to calculated the atomic radius in non-metals. So now see here, covalent radius. This term is generally used in reference to the non-metals. Just I told before minute. See here, non-metals, especially whenever you will calculated atomic radius in the non-metal, the best way is the covalent radius. So covalent radius is nothing but if any one of the molecule contains covalent radius, this generally in non-metals. So this term is generally used in the reference to the non-metals. And what is the exact definition of covalent radius? See here, half of the internuclear distance of two atoms held together by a covalent bond, it is called covalent radius. See Nana, once again definition is most important. Half of the internuclear distance of two atoms. Already in my previous class I clearly explained, in case of single atom, to calculate or to determine the atomic radius are very difficult because of the electron cloud out of the nucleus is extend up to infinity. That's why how to calculate any atomic radius, not only in metals and even also non-metals, only the base is half of the internuclear distance of two atom held together by the covalent bond. For example, this is one atom, this is one atom, either heteroatomic atoms or homoatomic atoms. See, in these two atoms are held together. First of all, this is atom A, this is atom B. In between A and B atom form one covalent bond. Later, half of the internuclear distance of the two atoms held together by the covalent bond, it's called covalent radius. It is called covalent radius. See in this picture, my dear students, this is atom A, this is atom B. Now first of all you will calculate the distance from half of the first atom nucleus to another atom half of the nucleus. After that, half of the internuclear distance of the two atoms held together by the covalent bond, that is called covalent radius. So now this is one atom, this is another atom, this both atoms are involved in the covalent bond. Hence one atom, first atom half of the nuclear distance, similarly another atom half of the nuclear distance, the total half of the internuclear distance, again each one of the atom has particular atomic covalent radius. So see here once again, half of the internuclear distance of the two atoms held together by the covalent bond, that is called covalent radius. Now see here, for heteroatomic molecule, important formula nana. For heteroatomic molecule mean, for example, HCl, hydrogen and chlorine, both of them is non-metal, but they are involved in the covalent bond. It's a heteroatomic molecule. In case of HCl especially, or HCl, different type of atoms are same category of the atoms also. For example, Cl2, chlorine, single bond chlorine. So chlorine to chlorine, one covalent bond is there. If you calculated covalent radius in single chlorine, half of the internuclear distance of the two atoms. Here two atoms is nothing but two chlorine atoms held together by through covalent bonds. So now here, if you calculated covalent radius in the heteroatomic molecule, this is the formula, most important formula. DAB is equal to RA plus RB minus 0.09 into XA minus XB. XA minus XB. This is the most important formula, my dear students. So for heteroatomic molecule, what is the D stands for distance. The distance between A atom to B atom is equal to RA, radius of A atom plus radius of B atom, radius of A atom plus radius of B atom minus 0.09. This is a constant value, and XA minus XB. Here XA is nothing but electronegativity value of the A and electronegativity value of the B. So for heteroatomic molecule, what is the formula is used to calculate covalent radius, my dear students? This one, DA to B, RA plus RB minus 0.09 into XA minus XB. Okay ma? For homoatomic molecules, what is the formula? Distance between A to A. Homoatomic molecule means same atoms are involved in the covalent bond, and if you calculated the covalent radius in the homoatomic molecule, these are the basic formula. Now see, my dear students, here DA to A is equal to RA plus RA. Here radius of A atom plus radius of another A atom. So because of its homoatomic molecule, that's why radius of A plus radius of another A. Now finally DA to A is equal to RA. Whenever you calculated covalent radius in homoatomic molecule, these are the formula. And here RA is nothing but DA to A upon 2 DA to A upon 2 These are the covalent radius in heteroatomic molecule and also homoatomic molecules. Now another important statement here, see, in metals the crystal radius is slightly more than the covalent radius. Underline this point, Nana. A comparison of crystal radius and covalent radius, especially in the metals, the crystal radius is slightly more than the covalent radius. It means comparing to the covalent radius, generally metallic radius or crystal radius are slightly more than of the covalent radius. This is a most important point. What is the reason, Nana? Due to, in case of the covalent radius, in between of the two non-metals, you know that very well, always non-metals are involved in the, covalent bond. Two non-metals are involved in the covalent bond. So here, why the metals crystal radius is slightly more than of the covalent radius? Mean, if two non-metals are held together through the covalent bond, nuclear attraction forces are very high. Hence, nuclear attraction forces are very high means generally that covalent radius are decreases comparing to the metallic radius. Okay, Nana? This is a most important point, Nana. See once again, in metals, the crystal radius is slightly more than of the covalent radius. Okay, ma? Now one more important point here. See, as the number of covalent bonds between two atoms, most important, Nana, as the number of covalent bonds between two atoms increases, the covalent radius decreases. The covalent radius is decreases. It's a very, very, very important point, my dear students. For example, in between of any two non-metals or homoatomic non-metals or heteroatomic non-metals, the number of the covalent bonds are increases, simultaneously radius is decreases. So once again write down this point. As the number of covalent bonds between two atoms are increases, the covalent radius are decreases. For example, see C single bond C. Generally single bonds are present in any hydrocarbons or organic compound, that is the alkane, this is the alkene, this is the alkyne. So single bond alkane, double bond alkene, triple bond alkyne. For example, carbon to carbon only one bond is there. In case of the diamond carbon to carbon, the bond distance is 1.54 angstrom. And C double bond C, alkene category. So in this alkene category, carbon to carbon one more bond is added. Here only sigma bond, here one sigma bond, one pi bond is there. Hence what happened? The covalent radius is decreases. And see another example, C triple bond C. It's a unsaturated hydrocarbons, C triple bond C. See here also the covalent radius very low. What is the reason? If the number of covalent bonds are increases in between of the two non-metals, covalent radius are decreases. What is the reason, Nana? Here only in the first example only one single bond is there, so the overlapping in between of the orbital very low but here more overlapping. If the more overlapping is there in between of the two orbital, hence the covalent radius is decreases. Now here three bonds are there. Three bonds means the overlapping or intermolecular forces of attraction is very high. So hence intermolecular forces of nuclear force is very high, means automatically the radius is decreases. So this is the most important point, my dear students. The number of covalent bonds between any two atoms are increases, the covalent radius are decreases. These are the covalent radius. Once again briefly, covalent radius is nothing but it is one of the atomic radius. This radius especially used to calculate the radius in non-metals, especially non-metals. Okay na? And one more important point, for heteroatomic molecule how to calculate the covalent radius through this formula, and for homoatomic molecule this is the formula. And you know one more important point, the comparison of the crystal radius and covalent radius. Generally in the metals the crystal radius is slightly more than of the covalent radius. And one more important point, the number of the covalent bonds increases in between of the any two atom, the covalent radius is decreases because of the intermolecular forces of internuclear forces is very high. Hence the overlapping of orbital very high. This is the reason the number of covalent bonds are increases, simultaneously the covalent radius is decreases. It's clear ma? So this is the covalent radius. And last and final point about the covalent radius only used in the non-metals. That is the most important point. Next, third one, Van der Waals radius. Last and final atomic radius is the Van der Waals radius. See here, half of the definition important, half of the internuclear distance between two atoms of different molecule. See Nana carefully, half of the internuclear distance between two atoms of different molecule which are very close to each other in a solid state due to Van der Waals forces. This is called Van der Waals radius. So in metallic radius, Nana, the metallic radius or crystal radius only you observed in the metals. Whenever you will calculate atomic radius in the metals, you should follow the atomic radius of nothing but metallic radius are applicable. But in non-metals point of view, covalent radius are applicable. Now here Van der Waals radius, half of the internuclear distance between two atoms. Now two atoms of different molecules. See Nana, this is molecule 1, this is a molecule 2, two atoms. Here this is one molecule, this is another molecule. What is the Van der Waals radius? The half of the internuclear distance of between two atoms of two different molecules. So this is called van der Waal radius. Once again I repeated, what is the exact definitions of van der Waal radius? Half of the internuclear distance between two atoms of a different molecule which are very close to each other in a solid state due to the van der Waal forces is called van der Waal radius. Okay ma? Now see here, the distance between two chlorine atoms, for example 3.6 angstrom, this is one chlorine molecule, this is one chlorine molecule. In between of the two chlorine molecule, what is the distance actually? 3.6 angstrom. For example, one atom, one chlorine atom, van der Waal radius 1.8 angstrom, 1.8 angstrom. Okay now see here, van der Waal radius is 40% greater than the covalent radius. This is the most important. Van der Waal radius is 40% greater than the covalent radius. What is the reason? Here the van der Waal radius is nothing but half of the internuclear distance between of the two atoms in a different molecule. If a different molecule irkana, the distance automatically increase aayichi. So that's why out of these three radius, what are the three radius? Van der Waal radius and metallic radius and covalent radius. Which is a maximum radius nana? Which is a high radius? Van der Waal radius is the maximum, and second category metallic radius, last and least category covalent radius. Out of these three, atomic radius, always van der Waal radius is the maximum, next one greater than, and second one metallic radius, and last and final one is the covalent radius. This is the order of the radius. Is the most important point nana. Van der Waal radius is the greater than, generally is greater than metallic and is greater than covalent radius. These are the atomic radius. Once again I repeated this atomic radius briefly. What is the atomic radius? The distance between center of the nucleus to outermost orbit in an atom. That is the most important. The distance between center of the nucleus to outermost orbit in an atom, that is called atomic radius. And atomic radius is not directly calculated in an atom because of the electron cloud extend up to infinity level. That's why how to calculate atomic radius? The internuclear distance of any two atoms. So atomic radius are three types. First one is the metallic radius. This radius especially used in the metals or crystals. And second one is the covalent radius. This radius are especially used in the non-metals. Whenever you will calculate radius in between of the non-metal, two covalent radius are used, and van der Waal radius also. What is the van der Waal radius ma? Half of the internuclear distance between of the two atoms, different molecule which are very close to each other in a solid state. Why again repeated these statements means in board level point of view, board level it's a very important 2 marks and 1 mark point of view. Okay now order of radius, which is a maximum radius? Van der Waal radius is a maximum. The second one is a metallic radius. Final one is a covalent radius. This is the complete information about atomic radius. You know that atomic radius is denoted by angstrom. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter or 10 to the power of minus 10 centimeters, not centimeter, 10 to the power of minus 10 meters or 10 to the power of minus 12 picometers, and finally 10 to the power of minus 15 Fermi. Okay nana? Now another radius, ionic radius. What is the major differentiation between atomic radius and ionic radius? So definition point of view, both of them similar but slightly differ nana. What is the differ? For example, in a neutral atom, listen very carefully, in a neutral atom you can calculate a radius that is called atomic radius. Okay, atomic radius is nothing but in a neutral atom. What is the neutral atom? The electron number is always similar to the proton number. That is called neutral atom. If you calculated atomic radius in the neutral atom, that is a atomic radius. But ionic radius, first of all, what is the meaning of ion? If any one of the neutral atom, listen carefully, what is ion nana? Ion or radical. What is ion means? If any one of the neutral atom loses of one or more electron, they are converted into positive ion, that is called cation. Or otherwise, my dear students, any one of the neutral atom, listen very carefully, any one of the neutral atom either lose the electrons or gain the electron, that is generally called ion. So what is the ion? Ion is nothing but atoms are either lose the electron or gain the electron. If any one of the neutral atom lose the electron, that is called cation, and if any one of the neutral atom gain the electron, that is called anion. If you calculate a radius in the ions, that is called ionic radius. If you calculate a radius in the atom, that is called atomic radius. It's a clear nana, but definition point of view, both of them same the. So atomic radius means the nuclear the distance between center of the nucleus to outermost orbit in an atom, that is called atomic radius, and ionic radius means the distance between center of the nucleus to outermost orbit in an ion, either cation or anion, that is called ionic radius. Okay nana, don't confusion nana. Atomic radius is nothing but it's a neutral atom. Neutral atom means electron number and proton number is always similar. Whenever you will calculate a radius in the atoms, that is called atomic radius, and similarly whenever you calculated radius in the ion, that is called ionic radius. Already I clearly said what is ion. If any one of the neutral atom either lose the electron or gain the electron, that is called ion. If lose the electron, cation. If gain the electron is anion. Clear? Now see here ionic radius definition. It is defined as the same definition, there is no any differ. It is defined as the distance between the nucleus and the electron in the outermost shell of ion. Outermost shell of ion. When a neutral atom loses one or more electron, a positive ion is called cation. Now see nana here, this is a sodium metal. If the sodium metal loses one electron, to represent it Na plus, it's Na plus, positive ion. So if positive ion means it's a cation. Okay now see here two structures. Now in this structure, sodium atom structure, this is a nucleus, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit. You know, in the first orbit 2 electrons are there. That's why the configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. This is the neutral sodium atom electronic configuration. In the neutral sodium atom, the electron numbers are 11 and proton numbers are 11. So the atomic radius, this is a neutral atom. That's why the radius name is atomic radius. So in a neutral atom, the atomic radius of the sodium 186 picometers. Already I said 1 picometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 12 the. So here see carefully, this is a neutral atom of sodium. The distance between the center of the nucleus to outermost orbit in a neutral atom, that is called atomic radius. In neutral atom of sodium, the atomic radius is 186 picometers. 186 picometer. Here electron numbers 11, proton numbers also 11. If this neutral atom to loses one electron, loses means from the third orbit, 3s1 irkana, from this third orbit one electron is loses mean this is the ion, this is sodium atom, this is a sodium ion. If you calculate a radius in the atom, this is the atomic radius, sodium atomic radius. Now this is the ionic radius, sodium ionic radius. Here if one electron is loses means the number of the electrons 10 the, but number of the protons 11 the. So carefully observe, this is a cation. In a cation, my dear student, positive charge is a maximum comparing to negative charge. Positive charge is a maximum. That's why whenever any neutral atom loses the electron, it's represented positive symbol. Why it's represented positive symbol? In a ion, positive charge is maximum. That's why here Na plus is nothing but extra 1 protons is there. Electrons only 10 the, but extra protons are there. For neutral or sodium atom, electrons are 11, protons are 11. Here negative charge almost equal to the positive charge, but in cation electron is loses. Electrons loses means only 10 electron, protons are 11 proton. That's why 1 unit of positive charge is extra 1 unit of positive charge is there. So my dear students, important point nana, in cation always extra positive charge is there. In neutral atom, electron number is always proton number. Now see here, in ionic radius of cation, this is the most important. In ionic radius of cation is less than that of the parent atom. See here, this is the sodium parent atom. It's nothing but neutral atom. What is the radius, Nana? 186 picometer. But here only 95 picometers. What is the reason? See here, in cation, number of protons are maximum. Comparing to electron, number of protons are maximum. If the number of protons are increases, the effective nuclear charge, nuclear effective force on the valence electron. If nuclear effective force on the valence electron, if the nuclear force attracted the valence electron towards itself means nuclear side. Hence, the size of the radius, the size of atom, the size of the ion is decreases. That is the most important point, my dear student. In ionic radius of cation is less than that of the parent atom. It is because of the cation has higher effective nuclear charge. Now I represented here one equation. Na, neutral atom, is greater radius comparing to Na plus cation. So out of cation or neutral atom, which is the maximum radius, neutral atom is the maximum radius. Why cation is the minimum radius? Because cation contains a positive charge. If extra positive charge is there, the effective nuclear charge very high applicable on the valence electron, hence the radius is decreases. Okay, Nana? Now this is the most important. Out of neutral atom and cation radius is always less comparing to neutral atom. Now see here one statement. Among the all cation, as the positive charge increases, the ionic radius is decreases. Yeah, obviously correct da, because positive charge are increases, effective nuclear charge also increases. If the effective nuclear charge increases, radius should be decreases. For example, see Fe plus 2 greater than Fe plus 3. It means here ferrous ion, ferric ion. This is a ferrous ion, this is ferric ion, which is the maximum radius. Ferrous ion is the maximum radius because of only 2 electrons are loses, but here 3 electrons are loses. So 3 electrons are loses mean 3 units of positive charge increases. 3 units of positive charges increases mean effective nuclear charge very high on the valence electron. Hence in ferric ion the radius is decreases comparing to the ferrous ion. Okay. Similarly here stannous and stannic, stannous ion and stannic ion. See one question here, due to the effective nuclear charge, due to the effective nuclear charge. Okay, Nana? Now here one question is there. In SnCl2 and SnCl4, stannum dichloride and stannum tetrachloride, which compound has maximum ionic radius? Probably you know SnCl2 means this oxidation state plus 2, SnCl4 oxidation state plus 4, which is the maximum positive charge. SnCl4 is a maximum positive charge, so it is a least ionic radius. So Sn plus 2 is the maximum ionic radius comparing to the Sn plus 4. Okay, ma? These are the covalent radius, atomic radius and ionic radius. Remaining ionic radius information again I will continue in my next class. Okay, Nana? Definition point of view differ, Nana. Atomic radius is nothing but the distance between center of the nucleus to outermost orbit in an atom. But ionic radius means the distance between center of the nucleus to outermost orbit in ion. These are the definitions of atomic radius and ionic radius. In my next class I will continue the factors of ionic radius, important factors of ionic radius. Okay, ma?